Tell me for what, though?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you for 1 second. Traffic warrant.
So you take me to jail for a traffic warrant?
Sí, Tekashi. Tú la golpeabas, Tekashi. Hermano, ¿qué no puede decir? Estrella. Por la escalera. ¿Qué tienes que decir, Tekashi? ¿Qué tienes que decir, Tekashi? Violencia.
Ahorita me tengo que ir a la probatoria a tomar orina.
Eso va a ser permanente.
6 años.
6 años.
Once the king of rebellious rap, with rainbow hair, vibrant tattoos, and chart-topping hits like Gummo, racking up millions of views, Tekashi 6ix9ine was a phenomenon. From the gritty streets of Brooklyn to global stages, he embodied the American dream, rising from poverty to the pinnacle of fame, undeterred by a past tied to gang life and incarceration. But that glittering aura began to shatter between 2024 and 2025. Legal scandals, assault charges in the Dominican Republic, accusations of revenge porn from Yailin, and probation violations involving drugs and firearms weren't just sensational TMZ headlines. They marked the beginning of 6ix9ine's crumbling reputation. Each misstep was a crack in his foundation, plunging him from a celebrated star to the epicenter of public scorn. Is this the final collapse of a superstar? Or will 6ix9ine pen another rap about a comeback? Let's unravel this dark journey, from handcuffs in Santo Domingo to the fateful courtroom in September 2025. Will he rise again, or fade into obscurity? Daniel Hernández, born on the 8th of May 1996 in Bushwick, Brooklyn, a neighborhood notorious for poverty and violence, experienced a childhood deeply marked by tragedy. In 2009, following his father's death, Hernández was forced to abandon his education to work odd jobs at restaurants. Coupled with chronic asthma from a young age, these early wounds laid the foundation for a tumultuous journey ahead. In 2010, the profound pain of losing loved ones led Daniel Hernández to suffer from prolonged depression. However, a few years later, he discovered purpose and hope in the realm of music. He began writing rap in 2012, and in 2014, he released his first song. Adopting the stage name Tekashi 6ix9ine, he rapidly rose to fame with his hit Gummo. His music, a blend of street rap and a distinctive screaming style, combined with provocative social media antics such as feuds with prominent rappers like Chief Keef and Ludacris, catapulted him to global stardom, amassing a fortune worth tens of millions of dollars. To solidify his image and reputation, he openly associated with the notorious 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. This very choice triggered a series of tragedies where the brilliance of fame and the darkness of downfall were forever intertwined. Yet, it turned out to be merely the prelude to an even greater tragedy, where the light of stardom and the shadows of ruin would forever coexist. The beginning of that tragic chain of events occurred on the 17th of January 2024. Rapper Daniel Hernández was arrested in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, on charges of domestic violence against his girlfriend, singer Yailin Lamas Viral. The incident, dubbed the Tropic Nightmare, stemmed from reports of physical and psychological abuse, resulting in Yailin's hospitalization. Prosecutors accused 6ix9ine of engaging in prolonged violent behavior. Previously, in December 2023, Yailin had been arrested for assaulting him with a piece of wood, but by September 2024, she filed a lawsuit against him for sustained physical, emotional, sexual, and financial abuse. On January 18, at the court hearing, prosecutors requested his detention, but Yailin testified that she was not a victim and did not wish to press charges. By January 25, 6ix9ine was released on conditional bail after paying $510 and agreeing to undergo psychological counseling. His lawyer, Waldo Pimentel, accused the prosecutors of fabricating evidence. The case remains under investigation as of September 2025, with no new charges filed to date. The allegations from this incident quickly spread across X communities, garnering millions of views. The public criticized 6ix9ine for his history of violence, sparking heated discussions about domestic abuse in the entertainment industry. Many expressed disappointment, calling this evidence of his downfall, with the hashtag #6ix9ine arrested trending globally. 6ix9ine denied the allegations, publicly expressing his love for Yailin on social media despite their prior public conflicts. Yailin sparked controversy by defending him in court, claiming she was not a victim, only to later sue him for various forms of abuse. Prosecutor Ana Andrea Villa Camacho steadfastly described him as an extremely violent individual. These allegations led to the loss of performance contracts worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, including a concert valued at $120,000. By September 2024, the couple had parted ways, and his public image suffered severe damage, resulting in financial troubles such as the repossession of luxury vehicles in April 2024. The public criticized Yailin for defending 6ix9ine, labeling his actions as recurring drama and calling for a boycott. X communities suggested that Yailin's later lawsuit against him was evidence that she had been abused, but was initially too afraid to come forward. This incident paved the way for 6ix9ine's subsequent arrest in October 2024 in the United States for violating probation conditions related to unauthorized international travel. The case not only shocked the public, but also served as the first sign of the serious personal issues lurking behind his glamorous facade. A few months later, on the 20th of September 2024, Yailin Lamas Viral filed a lawsuit against 6ix9ine in Florida for revenge porn, alleging that he posted intimate photos and videos of her on X without her consent following their breakup in August 2024. The lawsuit, dubbed the most painful betrayal, included allegations of physical, sexual, and emotional abuse, administering controlled substances, coercion into cosmetic surgery, and theft of money. Yailin demanded $1 million in damages. Prior to this, both had been arrested for mutual domestic violence incidents in December 2023 and January 2024. The lawsuit contributed to 6ix9ine's arrest in October 2024 for violating probation conditions. The incident was widely discussed across X communities. The public criticized 6ix9ine, expressed support for Yailin, and debated issues of abuse within the hip-hop industry. 6ix9ine denied the allegations, claiming he had financially supported Yailin and her family. Yailin stated that the lawsuit was about seeking justice. The public labeled his defense as victim playing, rallying behind Yailin, but also criticizing her for previously defending him. This lawsuit disrupted and upended 6ix9ine's career, with the IRS seizing his assets and auctioning off his personal belongings. As of now, the lawsuit remains unresolved with no definitive information, and it is still under investigation, with 6ix9ine facing additional allegations of financial abuse. This incident has plunged his reputation to new lows, pushing his career to the brink of collapse and sparking a powerful wave of public outrage. The troubles didn't end there. In late 2024, 6ix9ine was found to have violated the terms of his probation from the 2018 racketeering conviction. The violations included missing mandatory drug tests, traveling outside the permitted area without reporting, and failing to comply with other probation conditions. On the 13th of November 2024, a Florida court sentenced him to 45 days in jail, along with a requirement for even stricter supervision following his release. On social media platforms, the reaction was one of mockery and criticism. Many labeled 6ix9ine as someone who never learns his lesson, with memes comparing him to a cartoon character repeatedly making the same mistakes. Fans of other rappers, particularly Young Thug, seized the opportunity to mock him, with comments like 6ix9ine's probation officer deserves a medal for dealing with this clown. Several news outlets emphasized that he remains the epicenter of trouble in the hip-hop industry. Initially, 6ix9ine denied the violations on X, posting with a defiant tone, "They trying to lock me up for nothing." After the sentencing, he fell silent on social media. During the court hearing, he expressed remorse, taking responsibility and admitting he had let myself down and disappointed his family, while pleading for a chance to make amends. The consequences included a 45-day jail sentence, along with stricter probation conditions, restricted travel, and more frequent mandatory drug tests. His reputation continued to suffer, with several music labels pausing collaborations. The public responded to his promises of making amends with skepticism, as the hashtag #6ix9 in jail again trended on X. Many mocked him as someone who talks big but does little, while a small group of loyal fans continued to support him, calling for freeing 6ix9ine. This was a significant blow, underscoring his ongoing legal violations and demonstrating that this sentence was an inevitable consequence of his failure to comply with the law. At its peak, on the 12th of March 2025, 6ix9ine's lavish Florida mansion was raided by federal agents and local police. The search lasted 6 hours, during which 6ix9ine was handcuffed and required to provide a DNA sample. Authorities seized controlled substances hidden in a bathroom medicine cabinet along with several illegal firearms. The incident was dubbed by the media as the Shadow in the Golden Mansion due to the stark contrast between his opulent lifestyle and the grave allegations. This marked a serious violation of the probation terms from his 2018 sentence. The public erupted with posts on X, ranging from mockery to outraged criticism. Many resurfaced 6ix9ine's past cooperation with federal authorities, branding him a traitor and creating memes such as 6ix9ine's mansion, drugs, guns, and bad decisions. The hashtag number #ArrestSixIX9ine gained traction, with fans of other hip-hop artists, particularly those of Young Thug, linking the incident to older allegations of pedophilia and violence. Mainstream media described it as a new chapter in his ongoing drama. Following the raid, 6ix9ine posted a video on X and Instagram, calling the FBI's actions absurd and claiming the drugs and firearms weren't his. He accused the police of treating him like a war criminal for keeping him handcuffed for an extended period. Subsequently, he pivoted to music, releasing a diss track snippet aimed at his rivals, attempting to turn the scandal into promotional content. The consequences were severe. 6ix9ine faced charges for possession of controlled substances and illegal firearms, which could lead to several years in prison if convicted. His reputation continued to plummet, with advertising brands pulling away. The public responded to his denial video with mockery, with comments like 6ix9ine blaming everyone but himself. Classic move. Memes about the Golden Mansion flooded the internet, while some fans still defended him, claiming he was set up by the feds. This incident was not only a serious legal violation, but also revealed a life fraught with complexity and danger. In the face of irrefutable evidence, in July 2025, 6ix9ine changed his plea from not guilty to guilty regarding the charges of possessing controlled substances from the March raid. During the court hearing, he admitted to hiding controlled substances in his home, a serious violation of his probation. The sentencing hearing was scheduled for the 25th of September 2025, with the possibility of a prison sentence of up to 5 years, although the firearm-related charges had been dropped. The case was dubbed by the media as the final confession due to the repeated chain of violations. Communities on X and hip-hop forums continued to criticize him, stating that 6ix9ine is someone always defined by two things: clownery and the ability to snitch, viewing this as the end of the line for 6ix9ine's career. They emphasized that his reputation has never been good within the hip-hop community, and that he is a black man abandoned by the black community. Fans of Young Thug and other rappers continued to attack him, linking the incident to his past as a rat, with 6ix9ine being labeled by the hip-hop community as a snitch, ratfink, and ridiculed with rat emojis in the comment sections. Mainstream media outlets highlighted him as the epicenter of endless scandals. 6ix9ine expressed remorse in court, declaring that he had turned a corner and requesting a reduced sentence by offering further cooperation with investigative authorities. Outside of court, he posted on X, emphasizing that his reputation has never been good within the hip-hop community and that he is a black man abandoned by the black community. He also expressed the desire to start over in a short live stream. The consequences were severe. He was sentenced by the court to 5 years in prison, extended probation, and a crumbling music career with a 30% drop in streams on Spotify, along with numerous canceled contracts. The public reacted to his remorse and diss tracks with skepticism and mockery, with the hashtag number #cancel6ix9ine trending. Comments like 6ix9ine saying he's changed is like a rainbow changing colors appeared across X communities. A small number of fans still supported him, calling for giving him a second chance, but the majority of the public viewed him as a repeat offender. This event was regarded as the final confession, a bitter admission of his endless chain of mistakes. Looking back, the string of scandals surrounding rapper 6ix9ine, whose real name is Daniel Hernández, is not merely fleeting entertainment gossip, but clear evidence of the law's unrelenting stance towards celebrities. According to Pitchfork and Wikipedia, his legal journey is marked by an escalating series of violations ranging from charges of personal assault and drug possession to federal crimes tied to the 9 Trey Bloods gang and breaches of probation conditions, with no exceptions granted. His personal scandals, such as the distribution of sensitive images of his ex-girlfriend Yailin Lamas Viral in 2023 and allegations of emotional abuse, have severely damaged his public image, particularly on social media platforms like X, where every misstep is instantly amplified and spreads at a dizzying pace. Internationalization is a key factor. From the Dominican Republic to Florida, AP News highlights how his scandals have crossed borders, involving international arrest warrants and multinational court proceedings. The impact on his career? Undeniable. Music is no longer the focus, overshadowed by controversy. The rebellious rapper brand is now synonymous with drugs and violence. Collaborations with major artists like Nicki Minaj and tour dates have been canceled, as reported by US News. 6ix9ine's response has been chaotic, offering apologies in court while denying allegations online. In summary, 6ix9ine's reputation has suffered a severe collapse. The media has shifted from covering his electrifying beats to courtroom headlines. His loyal fan base has dwindled, and his career's focus has gone astray. However, it's not entirely over. He still has a new album, a massive following, and a chance if the September 2025 trial goes smoothly. The deciding factors: avoiding new violations and navigating the media crisis wisely. Will 6ix9ine rise from the ashes like a phoenix, or sink deeper into obscurity? Only time will tell. Thank you for following along. Please like and share if you're intrigued by this drama-filled world of hip-hop.